how long does it take me to achieve my goal? How long does it really take to get where I want to be? How long does it actually take to get the traction or in my business? Because I'm committed, I'm trying, I'm doing. So how long? I don't want to ever for you to be in position to having to ask yourself these questions. If you've ever asked yourself question, how long does it actually take to XYZ? Let's say you've had an intention, you're having intention to grow your business a lot, and you really are working your butt for it, whether it's action-wise or it's energetics-wise, you are committed and working for it, and yet you're not seeing the traction you want. So you sometimes ask yourself, how long this actually takes? How long this actually takes? Or you may have a client that have got an issue like that, and you don't know how to get them out of that. And that's in fact, this live stream has been inspired by one such client or few clients of my client. But really, truly, the purpose of this impromptu, unplanned mini training is to really get you to the place where you don't ever have to ask yourself, how long does it take me to achieve my goal? How long does it really take to get where I want to be? How long does it actually take to get the traction or in my business? Because I'm committed, I'm trying, I'm doing. So how long? I don't want to ever for you to be in position to having to ask yourself these questions. So that is what today's perhaps half an hour mini training is going to be about, because it takes one moment, but we've got to get to that moment. We've got to get to that moment. So we're going to start right from the beginning. For those of you, in case you're not familiar, we don't know each other yet, my name is Lenka Lutonska. I'm now a best-selling author of energetic selling and marketing, and I welcome you to this mini training for all the extraordinaires who desire to grow their impact, income, and sense of purpose dramatically, but in a beautiful, feminine, divine feminine way. So no more hustle, not too much hustle and tiredness. Okay, we do this energetically. So let's dive into it. So really, if we were going to ask this question logically, purely logically, how long does it take to get that incredible traction in the business or to unlock that avalanche of ideal clients? The only honest answer would be, it depends. It depends. If you look at it logically, right? Because we know that no two entrepreneurs are the same. You are not the same as your colleague. None of your colleagues, none of your sisters in the marketplace. You are in a very unique place, in your own unique place in your journey. And we all have a different prepositions, advantages, disadvantages, skills we developed, skills we haven't developed yet. And really, purely logically speaking, if you're looking at how does the traction, that momentum, that avalanche of client, that rapid growth happens in a business, it always happens in a sort of S-curve, so to speak. So basically, there's logically, we set an intention, and let's say some of you are just starting the business, or pivoting to different type of business, or pivoting to different market. So logically, of course, we would love to, to think, because and let me just draw this for you, because giving it really lots of time and attention. Hold on a second, Marka. I'm giving it lots of time and attention. This is time and energy, right? So how much we're giving it. So my revenues should grow linearly, so the more I give time and energy and effort to my goal, to business growth, let's say, my results should reflect it linearly in really in accordance to how much I put into it. And yet study after study after study after study shows that that's not exactly how the business growth and rapid growth in a business happens. It happens always in a shape of S-curve. So basically, at the beginning, when we make that intention, or when we start that business, or when we start to go into different market, that might be an intention, or whatever that intention might be, that quantum leap. So we find ourselves at infancy stage of that idea, infancy stage of that business. So we'll go through that infancy, but then we'll hit that inflection point, the turning point, when we start experiencing that rapid growth. And that's what we all aim for. And then it never continues forever and ever. We'll always reach the point of saturations or maturity, if you like. So this is what I mean by S-curve. It's very clumsy, very ugly S-curve, but this is, logically speaking, this is what has been proven over and over again. This is the natural business growth curve. Now, of course, each and every one of you, whether you are in actual infancy stage of your first business, or you are at the infancy stage or the next level of your business, because guess what? When you reach maturity, might be 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, might be certain level in your business. This maturity point, or that also becomes infancy period of the next growth curve, right? So we are all, we could say, at some infancy stage of that next level. So all of us want to be here on the hit that rapid growth curve, and then we ask ourselves, how long? I've been putting into it effort, I've been studying, I've been training, I've been developing my skills, I've been doing energetics, right? How long does it actually take? I don't see results. So logically speaking, again, it depends, because it depends what specific skills you've got to develop. Like yesterday, we started an incredible first module of Extraordinary Growth Academy. And in there, as part of it, I asked my extraordinaires to assess themselves in a different areas of business, just to have a really honest look at where I am when it comes to things such as client attraction, communicating freely, communicating like copywriting, and being able to attract clients to my sphere, selling, converting to clients, selling technique, if you like, how am I with funnels and automation, etc., etc. We've got to have that humility a little bit, as to know where we are right now, not to judge ourselves, but to know that if there is certain entrepreneurial skill to develop, I commit myself to developing that skill. So therefore, I cannot compare myself to anyone else who, let's say, is already a brilliant copywriter, or who's got years of selling experience behind them. I know when I started my online entrepreneurial journey, I had to consciously develop a few skills. And if we wrap it under one umbrella, those entrepreneurial skills are always about communication, right? But let's say I didn't know how to write, how to freely write. And that's a problem in online business. If you cannot express yourself well in writing and do effective copy, so to speak, that's a problem, because sure, you might outsource a copywriter, but you cannot outsource your copywriter for everything. And really, you will be outsourcing your energy with it. So it's what I did to unlock my voice, to unlock that, to create that flow in writing, was to put myself on a 30-day writing marathon. Every day I would write and publish one blog, no matter how imperfect, no matter how hard it was. And I promise you, it was hard, because I was developing a skill. I was doing something out of my comfort zone. So that was just one of the skills I personally had committed to and developed in terms of entrepreneurial skills. And there may be a few others. I don't know. It may be talking on video, selling via video. It can be different skills. But all I'm saying here is it's good to have a little bit of humility without judgment, to actually assess ourselves what kind of skills I want to develop in order to unlock that full flow, to grow into that incredible entrepreneur I'm meant to be. And of course, skills development, our logical mind will tell us it can take a long time. In my experience, not if you acknowledge that skill development is primarily about dropping from head to heart. So sure, we can, let's say, when it comes to copywriting, it's mighty good idea to educate yourself about how to write effective copy. What is the, I don't know, good layout or examples of layout of a landing page or sales page, and why, you know, how does it work with human psychology? Mighty good idea, but really effective writing and copywriting and communicating with the audience is more than anything about being able to communicate fully, authentically from your heart, without self-judgment, without thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to write or say or whatever? Am I going to be judged? Is it too much? Am I going to lose credibility? I know those fears. This is the biggest obstacles I had to go through when I was developing my entrepreneurial skills. The fear of judgment, the fear of losing credibility, the fear of really that, you know. So it's about releasing our voice, right? Dropping from head to heart. So that will make it quicker. Still, the logical answer to how long does it take to hit this inflection point, or how long does it take to really get that to that rapid business growth at whatever stage of the business we are, is it depends. Okay, it depends. However, I have another alternative answer to this question that will support you a lot more here, and that is this. If you're asking yourself, how long will it actually take me to unlock my avalanche of my ideal clients? How long will it actually take me? How long does it take for me to get where I want to be, to have what I don't have and I want to have? The answer is this: it will take as long as you tolerate not having it. And I want you to pause here and reflect on it just a little bit. It takes as long to achieve your goal, as long as you keep tolerating not having it. So at one point, you simply must stop tolerating not having it. And this moment, and it's one moment, is what I call that claiming those clients, claiming that rapid growth, claiming that avalanche of clients, claiming it, bringing it into now, not when I develop my skills, not when I will be all complete, not when I will get all the ducks in a row. You stop tolerating having it. So it's a very, very powerful decision, you see, resolution, if you like, commitment, like it's claiming it. This is what I claim now. But of course, the question is, how do we do it, right? How do we make such a strong decision? Because in this, when you make such a strong decision, this is what happens. You exclude all other options. You literally close all the back doors. That is the only option that becomes true for you. In other words, that's the only thing the universe within you hears. And what happens in that moment when you make such a strong decision like that, when you stop tolerating not having it, when you claim what is yours, when you claim those clients, when you claim that money, when you claim that abundance, whatever it might be, it's like, not it's like, it is energetically, you jump the timeline, you literally reconfigure your universe at once, and you position yourself on a different timeline. And in that same moment, you will have changed altogether your entire energy. You will have changed, including your future and including your past. So it's almost like quantum jumping. if you ever heard about that term. That is what happens on energetic level when you make strong decision and claiming like that. It cannot be any other way. I'm claiming it now, today. This is me. What it's essentially we're talking about here, it's a massive shift, or massive, it's certainly a shift of self-identity. Who am I? And some of you, or maybe all of you, will have done something like that in past. As we were talking on this topic with my mastermind clients this morning, one of my clients said, you know, I recall a client of mine who stopped smoking, and she's been trying it type of for a while. And then one day came when she was in mid puff or whatever, and then she dropped that cigarette, stabbed it, and she said, that's it, I'm a non-smoker. And that was it for her. And she almost like forget who she was. She felt like afterwards, I was always a non-smoker. She immediately stopped. Now that is same as what we're talking about, that tolerating not having it, like stop tolerating making that change. It's assuming new identity. It's claiming that new identity. So my question for you is, have you done something like this in past? Doesn't have to be in context of business, can be in any context. Radical change all at once. Radical change all at once. Because here's the thing, the change is always instant. And if you're not changing, we're postponing it. So this, what I'm talking about, for us to really unlock, for you to really unlock that avalanche of your soul aligned clients, like now, it requires this form of decision. This is who I am. So how do we do this? Now, in energetics, there are no steps, but there are certain aspects that are required to make this identity shift and to make this strong claiming, strong decision. So I've wrote down 5 key pieces for you that I would like to take away, that it will make it easy for you to stop asking yourself how long and experience it today. Literally unlock it today, no matter where you are, today, okay? So five keys, if you like, that we want to look at that will make this easier. So number 1, you want to acknowledge and fully in every atom of your body, supply and demand principle. And what do I mean by that? So you've heard me speaking, if you've been around me for a while, you heard me speaking perhaps again and again about this idea. The calling in my heart is all the evidence I ever need that all that I want is already pre-existent for me. Have you heard me speaking about that? And that's essentially the demand and supply principle. It's not only economic principle, it's also energetic principle. If you do have demand, calling for something to do, to be, to have, okay, it already is pre-existent for you. The supply of those clients is already there, okay? If you do have it, supply is already there. And you might want to contemplate on it principle for a while, even if it's just for 5-10 minutes. So contemplate on this principle, because this will lead you to easily create the second key to this, making this powerful claiming. And that is to essentially knowing that I can have it now. I can have it now. I can have it now. So in order for you to know that you can have, let's say, those 5 clients you want right now, today, or this week, today, now, not next week, not in whatever, or you might have a certain financial number, epic sales revenue for this month. You can have it now, not next month, not the month after, not in 6 months, now. You've got to know 10 out of 10 that I can have it now. I can have it. I can do it. I can. So the question for you is, when you ask yourself, where, where am I with that belief that I can achieve my intention now? I can have it now. Where are you in terms of 0 to 10? Where are you? Where are you? I want to know. Let's say, you've been doing it all, let's say you feel like you've been committed doing it all, etc. And yet you don't have that rapid growth in terms of clients or whatever. So you decide, you know what? I'm claiming 5 clients in the next 5 high-end clients in the next 7 days, and I know I can have it. Where are you in terms of that belief? Good. So now I'm watching. Thank you for sharing, and please do. Those numbers are quite high and some are lower, but that's okay. Yes. And because already your energy is already also shifting here. So that's great. But the point is, if it's not 10, we have work to do here. We do have work to do here. Because you've got to close that belief gap. So it is 10 out of 10. That's essential. That's the second key, if you like. So first, that will help you to make that quantum jump, really, and claim it now and unlock that reality now, is supply-demand principle. Get it in your body, get it in your bones, get it in your atoms. If my heart is calling me towards something, it's already there for me. All elements are ready. Supply is there. Second, I can have it now. That belief has got to be 10 out of 10. If it's not, we've got to close that belief gap. How do we do it? Well, if you answered anything less than 10, if it's not 10, ask yourself, what are the reasons for it? Why is it not 10? Because, what is the reason for it? What is the reason for it? Now, you will come up maybe with a whole lot of reasons, And many of those reasons will feel like real, like blinking real. Like, I don't have a product, let's say. I don't have a website, okay? Or I've not finished the branding in my new market, whatever it might be. And maybe perhaps you can share some of those reasons here. What is the reason this is not 10 out of 10? And when you say, I can have it now, why is that belief, that knowing, not 10 out of 10? What prevents you? What is that reason? Offload those reasons, offload them for yourself. And here's the thing, no matter how real they may seem, whatever those reasons are, for this exercise, you're going to treat them as beliefs rather than facts. Beliefs. Because I don't have office space, okay. Because, technically speaking, sure, each of those reasons why I cannot have what I want to have now, it may be there is, will pinpoint us in a certain direction, like get the office space or whatever, whatever that reason is, or I want to develop this entrepreneurial skill, or, oh, here, my client base has dropped drastically, so I don't have big enough client base. So maybe it will point in direction, okay, let's grow that client base, let's focus on it, etc. Right? So there might be things that will point out in the direction how to develop those skills or strategies or whatever to address that problem. However, we could also argue that each of these, whatever is it that you put, that list of reasons, is simply beliefs. And if I'm blunt and really exaggerate this, it's an excuse. And I think it will serve you for this exercise to make it really powerful for you. Ask yourself, every reason that you put down, what if this is an excuse? Literally, what if this is an excuse? What if the fact that I don't have an office space actually is not the real reason? Maybe perhaps I can find a way. Now, maybe there is another way I haven't opened myself that I can sell without office space. Because for every problem, there are immediately at minimum 2 instant solutions. Or the fact, let me dive into some of the reasons. My client base has dropped drastically. what if this is an excuse? What if this is just my ego mind's way, program mind's way to stop me? It's my way to stop me from claiming that avalanche of clients that are rightfully mine. What if, because again, challenge it, essentially challenge it. And from my position, I could really challenge each and every one of these. Because, for instance, I know that the size of your audience has nothing to do with achieving your goal. Because I know if you have the calling, supplies is there. And maybe as part of that claiming and following intuitive action, etc., the right clients will drop in from wherever. So maybe the base, that actual base will grow as part of you claiming that goal, you see? So maybe that's not a real reason. I could give you example after example, when clients had literally next to no audience, and were able to create simply phenomenal financial results. One of them, just out of fun, that pops to my mind. One client had aimed for their first 100K month. And I think the top month was somewhere around 10K before, I don't know. But they put together a webinar. They had 16 people signing up. Out of that webinar, they offered their high-level program. Well, 16 people signed up, not exactly 16 people on that webinar, but 16 people signed up, altogether 100K month. Logic defying. And I could promise you, I could give you example after example after example. And this is why. When you make that decision and you claim it and you become a co-creator of it, which will be obviously the fifth key to move with it, to move with that inspiration, to take some action, perhaps some radical action. I don't mean action as tiring yourself out, that's no, but some action that will take you, that you'll bet on it and you'll go and move with it, you trust it. There is simply no way that the universe is not going to meet you halfway. No way. So I could treat all of this, and this is my encouragement to you for now, treat it as an excuse. In other words, energy, a belief, a perspective, not something that is unsolvable. Yes, that's not a real reason why. The only reason why is because I've been tolerating not having it. I've been more committed to who I am, to who I'm meant to be. It's all right to be a little blunt with you, right? Sometimes it does help. So one other example, you attend to each of those reasons for yourself. I'm just going to tap into one more reason, and just that's because it's been fresh in my sphere amongst my clients, and it's so common. And it's because, look, Lenka, I'm developing, I'm learning, so I'm shifting my message, I'm shifting my products, etc. So I'm not as excited about what I have. So I'm in like a vacuum, like I'm learning these new skills. I know I want to introduce it into my business, but I don't know what it will look like yet. So I'm in the middle, okay? And that can happen quite a lot, especially with us energetic entrepreneurs, because we're always evolving, always developing, right? So essentially, like what we can do, and this is why I'm mentioning it to you, because please don't do that to yourself. in that development, in that learning, etc., in that reaching for that next level alignment, we sometimes belittle that which we have. Like we let's say you created something superbly valuable, and it's still valuable, but because you decided, you realize there is more, like more skills, more whatever, so this becomes in your mind less valuable, that which you already created. So my loving advice would be to never do that to yourself, because it doesn't matter. You never have to be in place of not selling at all. You can either create or adjust something you have within a day, or sell what you have knowing it's a gem. It's still a gem. And as you evolve, as you bring the new stuff, it will become bigger and bigger gem, but it's still a freaking gem and is of a huge value to where you are. This could be almost like another key, which I didn't put amongst my 5 keys to making that strong claiming. But whatever you sell, whatever it is, you've got to know that it's extremely freaking valuable, and it's your duty to offer it out there, and it's your right to be generously rewarded for this work. It's not selling yourself, it's not offering yourself, it's offering that creation of yours, that service of yours, whether it's one-on-one coaching, whether it's group program, whether it's whatever it might be. It's the product, it's a gem, and it's got massive value as it is. It will always become richer and richer as you become richer and richer. But where it is, it's got massive value for many, many people. And who you are, you have a massive, massive value for many, many people. So you want to be in love with that creation. Because when you're in love and connected and know its value, then all the claiming and then the selling it and receiving money for it becomes way more effortless. Okay. So, but do we get this point? Second, key, close that gap. You got to know, I can have it now. I can have it now. So if you need to work with this belief daily, work with it daily. Work with it daily. Check on your belief daily. Check for the reasons daily. Sometimes to releasing those reasons is as simple as, let's say, my tribe is large. I want to have 50K month, but my tribe is not, audience is not big enough to have 50K month. Okay, that's the reason. I see you. I acknowledge you as that, as that energy, as that belief, as that perspective. That's all it is. It's not the reality. I see you. I acknowledge you. And I release you. And I welcome alternative. That's not the real reason. And alternative is what? I absolutely can have. If my heart is calling me to have 50K month, the tribe will come with it. Supply is there, let's say. Okay. Okay. Number 3. Then you are in position to really, truly claim that identity, that claim that new identity. So in this decision, I claim what is mine. There will be some shift in identity. So it can be shift from mildly successful entrepreneur to wildly successful entrepreneur. It might be a shift from enough is my normal to more than enough is who I am, or financial overflow is who I am. It might be a shift of identity from new entrepreneur to a household name, or to a writer, author of the book, whatever it might be. But there will be some identity shift. What's different? What's the different in that identity? Because that is that version of self I keep talking about, that you've got to claim it. This is who I am today, not tomorrow, today. And I'm going to the world like that. It's not about lying. It's not about speaking, I'm a millionaire when you're not, but it's about assuming that identity fully today. Okay. Number 4, stay in the energy of success every day, stay in the energy of success. So you can play the games here. This is the beautiful game of consciousness, because this is that time when your universe is very quickly reconfiguring itself to match that identity of yours, to match that energetic shift of yours, to match that decision of yours, that claiming of yours. And, you've got to swim in that energy of success, because that's where your intuition is the loudest and the most potent. Yes. That's where your guidance is going to lead you exactly where you want to go. So you want to milk that state. So it could be like every day playing the game. What would it be like if today was my most successful financial day in business? If like I created so much success, I would blow my socks off. What would it be like? Play with that idea today. What would it be like if I was that woman already today that I want to be? of that, you know, mega successful entrepreneur? What would it be like if I was her today? Play with that energy, success energy. You may have set a goal for in the next 7 days, I'm claiming 5 clients, but what would it be like if I already did? If I did it today, if 5 clients dropped today. Play with that energy, bathe in it, have it in your body. And out of there, of course, and that is, of course, the 5th step or little key is that following that intuitive action that comes from this state, from claiming that identity, from being in that success consciousness. Follow those intuitive ideas, even if they're scary, even if it feels too much, even if it feels whatever. Okay, we know this bit. I've been talking about this again and again and again. It's like we've got to lean out of that normal to not abnormal, to that field of creativity, what is not normal to us, who we are becoming. So it will require us to do this with some form of action. Again, I want to emphasize, it doesn't have to be a lot of physical action. It's more of the energetic leaning. So it's more of leaving the old behind and leaving towards that direction. So one example how I did this at the very beginning of towards the beginnings of my online entrepreneurial journey, how I got myself truly fully booked with high-level clients. So I recognized that I could do with some more clients, high-value clients, and I don't know where to get them. Like, you know, I was doing business as usual, a little low month, and I said to myself, you know what? Enough of that. I'm claiming 5 clients in the next 7 days. So I did this claiming bit, okay? 5, I'm claiming 5 clients, high value clients in the next 7 days. And then you know, I did that. I put myself in that success consciousness, and I also like, what is my part in it? How can I do this easily? You know, you can do this easily, you know, if we allow ourselves and we work those reasons, why not? And take it as excuse or energy or ego's mind way to stop us. But no, this is who I am. So I decided to send out a couple of newsletters. It's like, how, you know, I created a mega bonus, and now I would say I overgave, but screw it. That's what was right then and at the time. So I think what I came up with is like, for this week, if you sign up for one of my coaching, you're going to get like a half-day extra one-on-one VIP, like half-day extra one-on-one VIP. So mega bonus. And by the way, this might be a detail, but it's important detail. It's a buying psychology detail. You've got to always create the reason why now. That little nudge, you know, because we human beings, we are terribly inclined to deprioritize ourselves and our needs. So you might have a plenty of clients around you that would really truly benefit from working with you, and they want to work with you. They desire to work with you, but they always may find another why not now. It may be, I've got to save from my family holiday, or buy that furniture, or finish this project, finish this course. You know, we deprioritize often, like us, you know. So you've got to, in whatever you do, it's so helpful when you give the reason to your client, like, why now? Why should they say yes now? So it may be that you open the opportunity only for a short period of time. It may be that you offer for a short period of time some incredible bonus. And that's what I did then. So for 1 week only, if you sign up, if you agree, we're a great fit, and we end up working together, you're going to get incredible bonus, half-day VIP with me, one-on-one. So that was the why now. Why not next month when it's more suitable? Why not whatever? Okay. And then I was in that, you know, consciousness, success consciousness every day. And my intuition told me, personally outreach to that specific person, that specific person, that specific person. Your intuition will tell you exactly what to do. But let me tell you, I was terrified. It was really, really, really outside of my comfort zone to actually go to that specific person, even though they were in my audience. I knew who they were following me, but it was so outside of my comfort zone to actually outreach to them personally and say, hey, you know, I've just opened opportunity for one-on-one coaching with incredible bonus, and you popped to my mind. I'm wondering if you'll be interested in exploring how we could create XYZ together or whatever. You know, I had such a butterflies in my tummy, but I did it. It was, I think I got intuitively, I've got a outreach to maybe 5 people like that, you know, that from my audience, and I did. And some of them didn't even reply. It doesn't matter. Some of them jumped right in. The point is, by the end of the week, I had 5 clients, as I wanted, a multiple 5-figure month at the time. Does it always work like this? Yes, I would like to say always, but then what if you do all this and you set yourself maybe a short-term goal, or you just simply claim now and you do all of this, you stay in that success consciousness, and you know, you follow that action, intuitive action or whatnot, and you go out there and still nothing. After that week, maybe you got 1 out of 5 clients or 0 out of 5 clients. What then? Does the work finishes here, or the game finishes here? No, this is where the work starts. This is when, and this is the last bit I want to leave you with, because again, it's so important. This is when you've got to reclaim this. You've just gotta believe in that real version of self more than in your current circumstances. Because in this journey, claiming, you're going to meet yourself, you're going to meet your fears. So it's not always easy. You know, lots of times it works out exactly like a miracle, but I can't promise you every time it will work out like a miracle. You may come across yourself, you may come across, look, I've done it and I'm defeated, okay? So my encouragement to you is that if that happens, that you feel defeated, this is the moment the work starts. This is when you step into magician's shoes and you tell yourself, I decided, and so it is. I can have it now. This, in fact, is me now. And I believe in this, in me, way more than in current circumstances. Circumstances do not matter. They do not create more circumstances. Do not change into matter. My state of being, who I am, matters. That's what creates more circumstances. So that is actual work. If it doesn't work, that is when you have a huge opportunity to actually tell the universe within you, I've decided. And there is no way the universe is not going to respond. Okay? So even if it takes a little longer than you wanted, let's say it doesn't take 7 days, but you know, you have to recommit to that new rather than old. Look, you're going to collapse your timeline dramatically with this approach, with claiming. Okay, it will take you out of your comfort zone. It's necessary, but that is how you literally break through the boundaries of limitations and step into your limitlessness. Okay, so to wrap it up, how long does it take to get what I want? Answer: it takes as long as I tolerate not having it. So I stop tolerate not having it, and I claim what is rightfully mine right now. I claim who I already am, the real me, the real identity right now. And I'm going to adjust everything, my thinking, my feelings, my decisions, and my actions to that identity right now. So much love to you, my dear clients. See you inside of my programs. Much love. Let's claim it. Mwah.